Follow along as I copy this Elsa dress for this 14-inch doll. First, you'll notice that I have it on top of something that I can push down into, like a thick towel. I'm poking along the edge, and normally I would pin it to the paper and then trace and poke along the edge, but I have a little helper here. There's her little hand keeping it in place. Like I said, I didn't pin because I had this little helper that was very, very eager to get started. So just I'm poking on through the seam. I would use a pin usually. You can see I'm just tracing the arm side right there and the top of the bodice. I'm gonna go later and I'm gonna true the pattern with, oh, there we go, bye-bye towel. And now I'm truing the pattern with a ruler. I'm using very sophisticated equipment here, like this washable Crayola marker. Making sure that that's supposed to be straight, because you see when I traced it, it had a little bit of a curve. It is supposed to be straight. I'm marking what the center back is and where the side seams are. Tracing the arm side. Making sure that it matches the bodice. And now I'm adding my seam allowance. I'm using the marks of like the little inch marks. They end up being like about 1/4 inch. That's what I'm adding all around. Since it's such a small thing, I don't do more than 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I'm naming the piece. Back and cut to. Marrying them. So I cut it right sides facing together at the same time. Okay, now we are ready for the front piece. I've pinned it down already, and this time I'm using a pin to just poke through the dress, poke through the paper, and this makes it so that I don't have to take apart the dress to copy the pattern. If I can trace the edge, I can trace the edge. There we go. My little helper's taking out pins. Now I'm marking the center so that I can easily go and compare each side that I did. And those 2 marks at the top, that's where the straps are going to go. That's the center that I'm folding and marking. Then I'm going to put it up against the light and see the discrepancies from side to side and kind of true it a little more. Choose a line that's in between those 2. And now I'm walking the pattern to make sure that the side seams actually match up. They should be the exact same size. You'll see that I do this, it didn't quite match up, so I'm going to try again. I tried it like 3 times and it matched up a little bit better that time, almost there. So I'm just adding a little bit more to the bottom so that it matches the side seam pattern that I made. Now go ahead, I'm tracing the final pattern and I am adding the same seam allowance all around the pattern. Cutting it out. And I'm labeling the pattern. I'm just going to go one more time and just make sure that the shoulder seams and the back seams, they match up. So that's where you put the back strap, right there. And there we go. We've got the 2 main pieces, and now we're going to do the sleeves. Sleeves hard to see, but I have it pinned there on the fold, and the curve of the arm side is different in front to back. You'd think that would be the same because it's such a simple doll dress, but it's actually different. So I'm not poking all the way through to the other side. I'm poking the front arm side. Now I'm tracing it. It's easier to use marker. I was using a pencil before because it's all I had on hand, but don't use marker if you're doing this on top of a towel like me. And now I carefully unpinned it, and I'm going to put between those 2 marks the same fold on the other side. And this time I'm only going to do the back part of the back top part of the sleeve, making sure that I don't poke through to the other side. Right, so the parts that are different are the parts that are attaching to the bodice front and the bodice back of the dress pieces. Poke, 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 poke. Marking it. While I can still see this, it's through the, you just choose your line through the centers of all the holes. I know it's hard to see, but there it is. So you can see the different shape. So this one we're not going to cut on the fold. So we cut 2 of the sleeves and side backs. We did those mirror image and one of the front. And we will also be cutting out little ribbon or elastic for these straps on top. And here's the hook and loop tape, which I've cut in half so that will be nice and the right size for a doll. Here it is all sewn up. Make sure you follow the next video to see how I sewed it together.